So, I hope you all watched the virtual general orientation sa ato ang subjects, and I hope nga kabalo na mo unsang ato ang mga pang-agian. So, I made this virtual discussion or class discussions for you to give you or to share an additional knowledge about philosophical perspective in defining what is self. Okay, so first, Socrates. Okay, so we will talk about Socrates class. So no, I know you've heard about Socrates way back in your senior high school or junior high school, or bisag asa siguro, no? May nakaila na jud kaayo ta, or if not nakaila, familiar or nakadungog na jud ta ani ngalan nga Socrates. Socrates is one of the very few individuals who shaped Western thought. So, isa ni siya sa kanabitang banggiitan, no? Mga maayo, gid kaayo nga philosophers way back in Greece. However, sa tanan nga mga philosophers, si Socrates lang ang walay writings. Siya lang ang kanabitang if mag-study siya, he will just talk about it, yun, or ang iyang mga observations or discoveries is not being written by himself. Instead, ang nagpa-famous gid kaayo kang Socrates was Plato, which is si Plato ang nagsulat sa mga wisdom o sa mga discoveries or sa mga insights ni Socrates for the people in the future generation would know until sa ato ang time, no, na witness pagyud or nahdunggan pagyud nato ang influence ni Socrates or unsa ang iya ang gama dari atong kalibutanang nabuhi pa siya. Okay, so no, Socrates is very known for his method of inquiry in testing an idea. So no, in order for you to test the idea, you have to ask a series of questions that leads you to understanding and gaining knowledge. So ang tawag ana niya class is Socratic method that was formulated or developed by Socrates himself. So Socratic method is it is a guide that the person has to do towards better understanding, no? So para makasabot ta og ayo sa isa ka butang, we need to have the Socratic method, meaning you have to ask a lot of questioning for a certain fact. For example, you are going to ask a student about his or her certain idea about a certain fact. For example, kung magklase ta, teacher would just state, if ako, mustorya lang ko unsa akong idea. Socratic method is devising a series of questions that leads to ultimate goal, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. I will not know about your idea and you itself will question pa, no? So, kung kanang thought or naa sa ato ang diringal, nagapangutana ta, no? That is Socratic method itself. So, by just asking a certain fact, ipang discuss nga, kung maingon sila nga, it is a fact that nga ang tawo og makuan kay makuan. So how sure are you that the tawo if makuan? You are going to ask, makuan ka ha? Nganong makuan man pud? Kung kuanon makuan ba? Unsa pa man klaseng kuan ang pwede makuan para makuan ang kuan? Kanang mga ingon ana nga questions, it is Socratic method, or you are using or we are using the Socratic method. So no, balik ta kayong Socrates. Ang kinaiya ni Socrates kay siguro mura ba offensive ang iyang questions sa pananaw sa mga leaders sa Athens before. No, because he would just ask everyday views and popular Athenian beliefs, no? Mangutana lang yun siya. Ang trabaho ni Socrates, no, confuse or to make other people or the younger generation asks. Basically, Socrates class is a very virtuous man. Siguro kapag kana amang na set nga balaod na gina-follow na bitaw for the longest period of time, and then when someone asks about it and kana bitaw mo questions the validity of a certain rule, mura man siya og offensive to the lawmakers or offensive siya to the leaders. That is why Socrates was just being misunderstood for asking questions the validity of the views and popular Athenian beliefs, mga pagtuon nila, because according to them daw, according to the kanang people nga na-offend niya, kay kuan daw siya kana bitong gi-question nimo ang balaod sa mga gods and goddesses, and you question the verdict or kanang gi-question nimo ang kanang judgment of and the decisions of the leaders. So mga inana bitaw nga mga joke may kayo mga otok. So ingon ana, so munang na-offend sila, that is why si Socrates ilaang na lock nila, no. So murag na gipreso nila ingon ana. So no, tungod ato gyud, no, knowledge is very dangerous class, ha, take note. At 70 years old, si Socrates class, siguro bisan siguro si Tinta Anyos na iya ang edad no kay sige gyapon yaw-yaw, sige gyapon pangutana, ngano pong kuan, ngano pong ana, hindi pwedeng kuan, di ba dapat kuan man ang ana, so on and so forth. Gikapoy na siguro upaminaw ang kanang mga kuan, mga maalamon siguro sa ila ang panahon, ang gibuhat sa iya, do you know what? Gihiluan si Socrates, Ginoong Diyos, no? Ginoong kaluoy, in taon kaayo sa bata, ay sa tiguwang. Gihiluan para mahilom, kay di, gyud, mahilom ang tiguwang. So, ingon ana, no? Batik man kaayo, kamatayon, class, uy. So, no, I want you to realize, or I want you to reflect about ang life ni Socrates and how it was ended. I want you to think about the power of knowledge and knowing. That is why I tell you, knowledge is very dangerous. Because sa panahon nato karon class, if you know almost everything, you are a threat to those people who wants to manipulate other people. Okay? Dili daotan makabalo, but even that too much, that is a threat to the people, a threat to those who wants to take advantage to other less fortunate or less knowledgeable people. Okay? And people would hate you for telling the truth, people would hate you for asking questions. Nakabantay mo? Kasagaran sa mga tao nga mangutana ma-misunderstood. Kasagaran sa mga tao nga mo question ma-misunderstood. And kanang pasabuta ra ba sa misunderstood, you are in a negative way. Okay? So ingon ana siya class. Kung mangutana ka sa isa ka balaod, you are just asking question because you want to justify your thought. You want to justify the idea. You want to justify the fact. However, in this society, if you are going to ask question to prove the validity of an idea, ikaw ang dautan. No? Ngano na siya? Ang tanan nakauyon. Dili man siguro dautan yun nga bad like bad. Pero, kana bitang murag, ipa-feel sa imo nga, nganong mangutanong ka? Ano mo question man ka? Kinsa man ka? Unsa man ka? No? Murag, dili na lang data pwede mangutana ani kay kuan man murag dautan man batik man bad or whatsoever. Okay, so ingon ana siya ka complicated ang knowledge and knowing. Kung ignorante pug ka, kung wala pug kay nahibaw-an, people would take advantage of you. Remember that one. The virtue is necessary to attain happiness. Ang virtue or virtue sa uban no nga pronunciation. Now, what is virtue man ma'am? Unsay virtue? It is the conformity to a standard of right. Kung moingon tag virtue, nagatuo og nagasunod ka kung unsa ang angay og matarong. Mao na siya ang virtue. Necessary ba ma'am nga mosunod ka or mo conform ka sa angay og matarong para maka-attain ta og happiness? According to Socrates, yes. Virtue is necessary to attain happiness. Kinahanglan ang atong kinagbuhi nagasunod kung unsa ang mga butang nga angay ug matarong. According to Socrates, we need to another idea of the self is oh my god, mata na akong baby. Saba nanay nak. Hello. Saba nanay. Saba nanay, sorry. Saba nanay. Hi, say hi. Hi. Nakamot po akong baby. Okay, so we're back. So kung ingon ta nga, you are going to conform to a standard of right, you are going to conform to morality. So no, unsa naman pud ang morality? It is the conformity to ideals of right human conduct. So those definitions are from Merriam-Webster's dictionary. You can check that one out. Kung unsa ang mga sakto ug mga angay buhaton or buluhaton isip usa ka tawo. So no, importante di ay na siya. Dili di ay kung malipay ka, we are not going to consider what are the virtues. No, dili di na ingon ana basta kay malipay lang ka. According to Socrates, we are going to attain happiness nga still nag-conform ta kung unsa ang angay o matarong. Okay, so he also believed that philosophy had a very important role to play in the lives of the people. Importante kaayo class that we seek wisdom, that we seek knowledge, that we know. Importante na siya because when we know, we can discover what is right and we will know what is right and we can do what is right. Mao na siya class. Okay, for example, sa exam, kung makabaluta unsay correct nga answer, ma-justify nganong mali ang katong-uban nga mga answers. That is why it is very important that we know something and we know a certain knowledge about something. No, kay kung marung ka sa question number 1, dili ka mangutana ano ka marung ko. usa kayrong ato, di ba? But if we know, if we discover, or if we research, or if we look for answers or for explanations, then the wrong answer that you've got would be justified. Bantog di ay sayop ko kay blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Okay, so next, Socrates is also very famous for his quote, "The unexamined life is not worth living. Ang kinabuhi nga wala nimo pamalandungi, dili siya ingon ana kabililhon nga kinabuhi." Importante kaayo class ang self-knowledge or the examination of the self, because you are going to question about how we should live our lives. Unsa di ay dapat natong puyon, or naa di itay standards of living. It is very important class that we should know about how we should live our life, because only by knowing ourselves we can hope to improve our life. That is according to Socrates. Kung kabaluta o kailata sa atong kaugalingon, maura ng butanga, pwede nato ma-improve ang atoang self. For example, you are going to discover na ay lisod man di ay ko sa pag-study. So therefore, you are going to do a lot of studying technique. Okay? In that way, we are going to improve our life, no? Dili ko gusto, most especially sa mga students. You are just going to study before the new normal era, no? Maskwela ra ta tungod sa balon, maskwela ta tungod kay naa si crush, maskwela ta tungod kay dili lang pud ta ganahan mabakbakan sa mga trabaho sa balay, no? Kapoy kayo nas balay kay na trabaho tatanan, no? Kayo yawan kayo si Mother Earth, kundi ba kaya kinsa ba kay yawan pa di ara, no? Si Lola Earth ana, no? So I hope there na ay mga students nga na ay mga students nga they want to study because they really want to learn and they have ambitions. Okay, no? So I do really salute or admire those people nga nag-study sila tungod kay gusto nila makaton og naa sila mga pangandoy sa kinabuhi. So no, by just studying alone, dili man nato makita ang value sa pagtuon, no? Kanang estudyante nga kanang basta lang ni-enroll lang ka kay mga friends ning enroll, no? Mag-industrial ko, ma'am, kay industrial pud ako mga friends, no? How well do you know yourself? Unsa mo pagkabalo kung sa imong ganahan? Remember, ang ganahan sa imong friends dili pasabot nga ganahan pud ka ana. Okay? So we should know, or you should know, what are your likes and your dislikes, because in that way you know how to improve yourself. Dili ka ganahan og math, dili ka bright og math, din pagtuon sa math, so that you can improve about numerics or about numbers or mathematics. So ingon ana. So now, as a student, we always aim, I want to study, ma'am. I want to finish my studies because I want to help my family. I want to repay my parents' sacrifices for me. No, mostly gid ingon ana ang mga pangandoy sa mga bata. Okay? So it is very inspiring to hear and see those kind of students that they want to achieve something in life. But remember, class ha, if you want to achieve something in life, if you want to be successful, please ayaw kawala sa gitawag nato nga before ka mo desisyon og mopili og butang nga imong gusto buhaton, maayo ba na mangutana sa ka sa imong kaugalingon? Maayo ba ni? Ikaayo ba ni sa uban? Dili ba ni ikadaot sa akong kaugalingon? Questions like that, meditations like that, okay? Kasagaran sa mga students nga akong ma-interview, no, sa Career Development and Counseling Office during admissions, every admissions, if they would take up, before the new normal, if they would took up education, HM, isa pa man, BS Math, certain courses, no, I would ask the student or the incoming student, nganong mo pili man ka o education gang? And they would just say, ganahan manggod akong mama ana, or akong kuya nagpaskwela ana, ma'am, siya manggod ang gagasto nako. And then, how about you? How about the things or the course that you like? No, dili man sila ang mag-eskwela, ikaw man. Okay? Don't get me wrong, guys. But remember, most of the people around us are living the life our parents wanted for us, not the life we want for ourselves. And choosing a course enough is one example that you are choosing what other people chose you to do, then choose what you want to do. Okay? Yung mama na lang pa eskwelahan, yung na naman naganahan siya education. No? Ba't kayo? No, make sure that you are going to graduate, or we are going to graduate, the course that we love to do. Kay kung I have a friend kuha siya education, na-graduate siya education, dili man siya ganahan og education. So you are not inspired to work after your graduation. You are not inspired to work in line with the course that you take because you don't like that one. Okay? So, importante kaayo class nga sa decision making nato. For example, ang kanang pagpili og kurso, ang piliun nimo katong kurso nga ganahan nimo. And you will see yourself working at a workplace that you love to do. Okay? Life is very short, class, no? Don't live it with others. Live it for yourself. Of course, with the right virtues. Okay? Okay, now next. We should consciously contemplate, no? Kung moingon ta og contemplate, class, we should always consider, we should always study, we should always think about the decisions in life nato, no? Okay? Parehas sa akong giingon sa inyo, what are the decisions that you would like to do, whatever in your life? Isa ra ang butang nga kinahanglan ninyong landingan or adtuan. The question of rightness. Is it right? Is it justifiable? Is it good? Is it, does it harm anybody? Or so on and so forth. Make sure that we take good care of ourselves. Okay? Ayaw jud mo kalimot, ana, no? We should consciously contemplate. Sige, ibutang nato nga. Hindis ko kay ka, hinginom kay ka, hinigarilyo ka, ayaw ka. But please, you are happy about it. But ayaw kalimot, we should contemplate. And when we were talking about contemplation, you are thinking about a certain idea that you did. Is it right? Okay? Adi mo ko manghilabot, bahalag mo yup-yup pa mo drag isa katambotsuhan sa motor. Ako labot, di man akong lawas. But the thing is, it's your body. You smoke. Is it good for your body? Is it right for your body? If it is not, go back to things that makes you decide what is right. Na? Muna dayon ni akong giingon sa inyo class. Before, na? A while ago, muna akong giingon sa inyo, if you are going to talk about your idea, other people would misunderstood you, okay? Other people would make you look bad. Ano mabuot man ka, ma'am? Manigarilyo ka, nangayo ko ni mo panigarilyo? Nangayo ko ni mo pang inom? Wala man, no? But according to Socrates, we should live our life in accordance to the goodness and rightness of things, no? Wala man niya gi-specify tanan, but we all know how or what are the factors nga kinahanglan natong likayan. Okay. What are the factors nga kinahanglan natong likayan para maampingan ang atong kaugalingon. Okay, now, another thing is, self-knowledge would open our eyes to our true nature. Kung unsa gyud ang atoang tinuod nga nature, unsa gyud ang atoang nature, which is contrary to pop culture. For example, ana, we should know who we are and what we are contrary to pop culture. Kung maingon ganit tag pop culture, class, these are things that is very famous nowadays. For example, no, pinakagrabe kay kanang gitawag nato nga malipay ta kung daghan mag-like sa ato ang picture, malipay ta kung daghan mag-heart, malipay ta kung daghan mag-share sa Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, kung daghan mag-watch sa atong TikTok, malipay gid kaayo ta. Remember, class, that we should open our eyes to our true nature. Okay? Knowing ourselves is very difficult. Usahay, class, kung maingon ta og pop culture, kana bang we are going to expose self, or we are going to expose qualities by tawag ana, or we are going to expose parts of ourselves that is supposedly not visible to other people. Okay? No? Lisod kaayo, class, kay kung masobra ka ka-in touch sa pop culture, masobra ka ka-in touch sa Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, your digital self would destroy you. Kanang digital self, we will just talk that one. I think midterm or finals. I think midterm, no? We will discuss that one. So, no? Lisod kaayo, class, kung ang laing tao sa social media would decide who you are. No? Kapag ba daghan mag-like sa imong status, daghan mag-like sa imong picture, maka-feel dayon ta og self-confidence. Kapag kagamay ba ang mag-like sa atong picture, magamay dayon, or hala bati siguro kog naong ani, or hala bati siguro akong post, or hala bla bla bla, so on and so forth. And that is not good. Okay? Ayaw mo kawala sa atong tinuod nga nature. What is our true natures? Okay? Challenge accepted. Okay raman siya ano challenge, sa tawag anyway, kanang go challenge. Pero ayaw mo kawala sa question nga, is it right? Is it necessary? Is it for the good? So on and so forth. Basig, I would like to apologize for those people who love to flaunt their bodies on social media, but you have at least siguro before nato buhaton, we have to ask ourselves, is it necessary? Basin unya nga ang atong self-confidence ug ang atong kaugalingong kalipay nag-rely na lang sa number of likes nato sa Facebook. Okay, basin unya nga dili ta malipay kung gamay ra ang nag-heart sa atong posts. Basin unya nga kanang ang atong mga bisyo, no, maunay makapalipay sa atoa. No, always remember class, you have to choose what is right. Okay, so I don't want to harm anybody. I just want you to find your very true nature, and I hope your true nature is not relying on social media. I hope you love yourself regardless of what other people would tell you to what other people would tell about you, regardless of the number of likes. Bahalag gamay ra mag-like nato or gamay ra ang mag-add as friend nato, no? Basically ra ba basta kaning atong mga profile picture, no, kay kanang mga totoyan kaayo o mga lubutan, mga pusing-pusing kaayo nga pinaana, daghan kaayo ang mag-add sa ato. Basin niya, we will make a false belief into ourselves, into someone we are not. Okay, so we should take good care of that notion or that realization, class. Okay? Nga naman, ingon si Socrates, the real self is not our body. Okay? Ang tinuod nga kaugalingon is not our body. It is the state of inner being, which is the soul that determines the quality of our life. Okay? Importante kung unsa atong kinaiya, panghuna-huna, so on and so forth. What is on the inside that is really matters. Okay? Yes, pinakauna makita ang physical self, pinakauna makita ang nawong, but the very core that a person would leave a legacy or would enter into the hearts of other people is because of the character. No, dili kalimtan nga ang physical self, class, is just a cover of what and who you really are, who we really are. So now, there are two kinds of existence. First, we have the visible existence and the invisible existence of the self. Kung moingon ta og visible, class, these are visible, makita, no? Naay kausaban, and it refers to our body. It is part of the self that is visible. This one, makita nato ang changes, no? Makita nato sa baby pa ta, cute kaayo hamis, syufa, pag dalaga, nanggawas man ang kuan, basakan. No, pag ulitaw, nanggawas ang basakan. Pag abot og late 20s, pareha ni Ma'am Shi ninyo. Nanggawas na ang mga mga kulubot, ni siya ka na kaayo ang face, no? Muna siya ang visible kind of existence, no? Kanang body na to. Next is the invisible. Invisible kind of existence, according to Socrates, is the thing that is constant. And what is constant is our mind. Okay? So, according to him also, ang body or ang lawas should be the slave of the mind. We should always follow what the mind tells us to do. That is why we should feed our minds virtuous thoughts and right things and manners that we should imply into our body, so that our body would live a virtuous life. Whatever changes that we may encounter, always go to the root word, asking the question, is it right? Is it good? Is it necessary? Does it harm anybody? Okay? And that alone, you will always have a well-managed and well-rooted life. Okay, next. Socrates also believed that the goal of life is to be happy. So, kinahanglan ang yes, of course, pangandoy nato sa kinabuhi, mahimong malipayon. Okay? But, according to Socrates, a virtuous man is a happy man. Katong tawo nga nagatuo o nagasunod kung unsa ang angay o matarong o sakto sa atong isig katawo, siya ang makakuha or makabati og tinuod og tumang kalipay. So, a virtuous man is a happy man. Okay, so now, unsa ning mga moral qualities that are accepted as virtues? We have courage, temperance, prudence, and justice. Kung moingon tag courage, each of us or ourselves must have courage, meaning you have the mental strength to continue or persevere. Kasagaran ra ba sa ato, we are very afraid to go out into our comfort zone. Okay? No? Kasagaran sa ato, ay dili ko anak, mahadlo ko anak. And how will you explore? How will you learn? How will you discover new things? And if wala tay courage to continue, no? Bisan unsa ka lalom or kagrabe sa problema, class. I know it is very hard if we are going through hard times. I know the feeling. I know the feeling of quitting. Nga kanang grabe kaayo imong problema. I know how it feels. How it really feels na to quit. To just get your hands out of that situation. Kung pwede pa lang, Lord, ayaw na ko ipa-experience ani, Lord. Pwede, dili na ko. I will shut myself from the world, no? But a virtuous man would have the courage. We all have the courage. You have the courage because you are living your life right now. And that means you are very courageous. And congratulations for that, people. Next, temperance. Temperance means a moderation in action, thought, or feeling. Don't decide or don't talk if you are very happy and you are very sad or very angry. Any extreme emotions, don't decide. No? Mo gid na sige natug ka, dunggan, and sakto man siya. Kinahanglan, moderate lang. Wala ko ningon nga di ta pwede masuko, no? Abnormal na ta. Usa puto na. No? Ihapta 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ana, ihapta so on and so forth. We have to manage our thoughts. We have to be kanang low-tempered, no? Kung unsa atong bation, always assess ourselves. Remember, class, the decisions that you make when you are too happy, too sad, too angry, or any extreme emotions that does not lead you to a way that is something good or better. That is, it will always leads you to a certain consequence that might not be pleasing to us. Remember that one. Next, we also have prudence. Kung maingon tag prudence, it is a skill and good judgment in the use of resources. Good judgment. Kinahanglan maayo atong pag-judge sa butang. Kita ra ba, no? Dako kaayo taog issue or people has a very huge issue about judgment. No? Judger ra ba ta tanan, no? Perfect ra ba kay ang tao? Lami ra ba kaayo jud ta mang judge og laing tao without looking ourselves first in the mirror? No? Kasagaran yun sa ato ahilig kaayo mamahid ug ato ang mga mansa sa kinabuhi. No? Take note that one, class. Dili maayo ang mabuhi nga kasige lang tagpanghimantay sa atong isig katawo. Dili maayo pud nga dili ta kabalo mo balansi ba. No? Lami ra ba kayo manlibak? Lami jud kaayo manlibak. Oy, ka-perfect jud kaayo nato, no? But take note that we should have a good judgment, no? Ayaw ipaigbabaw ang emotion. Balik ta sa temperance. Ayaw too much emotions, too much action or feeling, no? Kinahanglan na atay good judgment. Next, we have justice. Of course, justice is the quality of being just and fair. Just baka. Fair baka. So these are the moral qualities that are accepted as virtues. Do you have that one? No? Asaan ang 4? Naaba ka anang 4? Or isa lang sa? No, it's okay. We are going to learn because life is a never-ending lessons and experiences. No? Dili ta malimot, class, nga lahi ra gyud if we are fair. We are just to ourselves and to other people. Lahi ra gyud if just ang atong kinabuhi, no? Lahi ra gyud kung nanginabuhi ta sa angay ug matarong, patas, wala ta nang lamang. Remember, class, makalamang ka aning kalibutan na, pero naa para ba tay phase 2, no? Dili lang sa admission na ay phase 1 o phase 2. In real life, naapod tay phase 2. Yes, nakalamang ka aning kinabuhi, but how about the judgment that we have or we will gain after life? No? Naara ba gyud yung mga kuan? Naara ba gyud na? They do really exist, and other people like me do exist, that we have our life after life. No? Matud pa ni si Socrates paghihapon to, or si Aristotle na tong niingon nga, ug mutuo ka Ginoo, dahil walay Ginoo, way mawala nimo. Pero kung dili ka mutuo Ginoo, unya naay Ginoo, dako kay mawa nimo. Maong tuo na lang ta Ginoo, no? So kinahanglan, class, manginabuhi ta nga angay og matarong. Okay? So, guys, it's too late na. Mag-dinner pa mi, no? Charot, dinner. Panihapon ra ito eh. Okay, too late na kaayo manihapon pa mi, no? So, thank you so much, guys, for listening. And I hope you will learn something from my small talk. And also, if you have questions, you may email me or you may ask me question in our stream section sa atong Google Classroom, and I will do my best. Dili ko perfect, dili pud ko bright, but I will do my best to answer all your queries. So, next recording, I would discuss na pod about Plato, the student of Socrates. So, that's it. Thank you so much, guys, and bye!